Make sure you get the whole shot.
Y'all, let's get going here. I got a little cold, so I'll do the best I can. We've got a little split right here. Everyone went the chicken line, and your man Georgia here took the hard line. Puts me in second off the start. Yeah, welcome to Hardcore Enduro, where it's all about getting out and riding the hard stuff. I'm George, the guy behind the bars, and the voice behind the mic. And like I said, I got a cold, and I had one during this race here. This is Saturday's Prologue at the U.S. Hard Enduro in Moab. Got out to a good start here, but the weather's nice and cool. It's like 27 degrees this morning. It's cold. And I needed it cold too, because I was just not feeling up to my best today. And tomorrow too. Tomorrow hit me really hard, so luckily the Prologue wasn't as hard as it was 2 years ago. Got it done here in about 42 minutes. Went by really quick. I was surprised how fast it went by. Anyways, got Matt up there ahead of me. I've known Matt for a couple years now. And I don't know how they set up the classes. They started the race a little bit different than normally. It wasn't just by class. It was people who are like front points guys in the class. I don't know. It's kind of a mix. So I don't know how exactly they all did it. But some of the 40 plus Bs were here, and then there were some others in some other lines. So I don't know how all that worked out. Anyways, got your first hard obstacle going down. It's kind of this cliff going down, with two little steps to it. I went down the left side. I saw Tristan, they went the far right side, but there was people over there, so we had to go left. It's really steep. It's kind of intimidating, but get on down here. Once you roll, just let it roll down. A couple steep little drop downs. There's Mitchell on my left. Get around him, and then you're off to the races here. It gets really fast section through here. You get down to this riverbed, creek bed, and it's just little bouldery rocks and go real fast. No big obstacles, so I cut out some of that and we'll get to the far side and then we'll start heading up that creek. My tire setup today is very good. It's the best tire setup I've ever had. I got the Blues. I don't know if it's a B spec or not. I ordered the B. My buddy Nate, he orders tires for me he's got his own company. It's called Keep and Running. He's out of Reno, Nevada. And I get my tires through him. I told him to get me a Blues B spec, and I just got it. I didn't even unwrap it. It was still like, the shipping package all bundled up in plastic. So I got the tire out, and it doesn't say B spec on the tag. The only difference between the regular tough one and the B spec tough one is that the B spec has a little bit taller knobs. Regardless, it still did great. It's a gummy tire. It's a 140, and my bib set up my Moose. I used a plushie, got a new plushie, drilled out my 1 3/8 holes, and then I added a 3/4 inch hole between the 1 3/8 holes, plus shaving off a 1/2 inch off the crown. It just felt so good. It's the best tire setup I've ever done. Anyways, got a little battle here with Nathan. Nathan making me work for it. I like this kind of passing here where you got to battle. It's not just pulling over and letting the guy pass. But he does that here, lets me pass, but he'll get on around me again. You don't got to do that, Nathan. Just let him, there's wide enough. The one thing I like about Moab is that it's a wider course. It's not so single tracky. You pick a bad line here. Should have went to the right there where Nathan went. He gets a pass back on me. Got a lot of rocks here, a lot of sand, and a little dirt on there, making it real loose. But that tire setup just was grabbing really good all day today. But yeah, Moab is great about keeping the course a little wider, so you just have more room for passing and more rooms for different line choices, which I really like. It's a lot of fun racing a race like a chess game where you can go left, go right, go up the middle, zigzag around. There's different ways to get through the course. Yeah, right here 2 years ago, this was a big bottleneck, this big old ledge, but everyone's just hanging out to the right, getting right up and over it. One advantage, trying to do these quick starts all year long, been trying to get quick starts to get through some of the bottlenecks before they get really bottled up here. It really helps out a lot. Cut up to Matt there ahead of me. He was the one that got the whole shot off my line, but I finally get up to him. You see what I'm talking about? Got different line choices. It makes racing fun because you can get side by side with guys and who picked the better line or who can hit the harder line. got a lot of rock slabs like this with all that dust covering it. You just got to keep that momentum coming. Get off the line a little bit. I'm telling you, man, that tire, if you guys haven't tried out a Blues, it's two things. So it's just not the tire, but it's the moose setup. If you do moose balls or if you're doing a tubeless system, you know, the actual tire is only half the battle here. You got to have the moose or what's underneath it supporting that rubber. Yeah, I got some iron pump coming in. You got to have that support the tire to make it perform the best. So I love it. The way hard enduro works, everyone has a different strategy. Everyone's trying new things all the time. I'm almost setting up a new tire setup every single race. Still learning as I go. Here's a little split here. You got Nathan. There's a hard set of rocks there to the left. They're going down, so I take this outside. This is a much easier line. This is a better line right there. Get the pass finally on Nathan. He's putting up a battle. But it's so fun. Before the race, everyone's talking about what they did to their tire with their moose or whatever. You know, it's fun. You learn. Everyone's got a little bit different recipe for what works for them. Gear setting. Still doing my 12. What do I got? 1251? I don't even know now. I think it's a 1251 I'm running, which works out really well because you're running most of the race in second or third gear. For all the transfer stuff like this, third. The taller gear, the higher gear you keep in, the better traction. You get less wheel spin. The lower gears, they're very torquey, very strong, and wheel spin, especially this rock covered in dirt like this. You don't want a lot of wheel spin because then your back tire slides out here. Got Jonathan stopped ahead of me there, spitting out. See some clear ground straight across to shoot on over. Yeah, that's what I love about this wider course. You just get different opportunities to get around people. All right, coming up to the first big bottleneck of the race. Trixie, she's gonna do her thing, be a big bully for justice getting on up through here. That guy's got some arm pumps. Shake out those hands, buddy. It's a party. Got the best people up here. You had Brian out to the left, Steven, got right behind Matt again. Look at that. There's Zach right there. Funniest towards Zach. My buddy Anthony, here's Brian off to the left. Brian's in my class. He rode super fast for the Prologue. He got second in our class today. He is moving. Anyways, Zach's my buddy Anthony says, hey, my friend Zach is racing. Well, Zach had already introduced himself to me. Got Rand right there. Rand, Mr. R Enduro. I love his clutch, his easy clutch system, but he's having to push. I'm like, dang it, I got to keep up with him. I'm about Rand's pace. I don't have his stamina, but I think Rand's skill, the way he rides, I'm right there with him. Yep, Trixie pushed up there. Wasn't pretty, he had to push, but you know, it is what it is sometimes. Got Parker right there ahead of me. He's spinning out. I bet he wishes he had his rear tire set up like I do, man. I'm telling you, it was really good. He can spin out one more time. All right, Parker, watch this video and set up your tire like mine for your next race. And I guarantee you're gonna like it. Coming on up here, come on, Georgie, make up some ground. I'm tired. I'm telling you, this cold was not good for my racing. My daughter's been coughing in my face for about 2 weeks. And my son too. Got her on antibiotics, and it finally just got me. And it just is making my voice, my back of my throat has that sharp pain, you know, when you just are coughing and hacking. It's just that sharp pain back there. Got a steep drop down right here. Moab had a lot of these steep drop downs. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go over the bars. A bike lands on the back of my leg. I thought my leg was gonna snap, but it didn't. Anyways, get on up here. Here's a big splatter coming up. Off to the left, we got Rand, got Zach, and we got Endurotainment. Watch this splatter, folks. Pressure's on. I'm on camera. Yeah! Look at that. Got her done with a counter. Got off a little balance hill, but up was up. That was really good. There was a chicken line that could have went all the way around to the right there. And then I should have rode the top of that rock right there. I don't know why I don't do that. Got Michael up ahead of me. He's making that right-hand pivot right there. It got this rock. It's got this film of dirt on there, but still good traction. Just don't be aggressive on the throttle. Once you're centered to balance, you can, but if you're off balance, just easy on that throttle. Make sure that tire's not spinning out. Michael thought I was catching him, but I wasn't there yet. I need to take a little breather. That was a hard splatter there. My heart was racing. Even though I got through clean, my heart was racing. And then I'm shifting into neutral there. What are you doing there, Georgia? Get your head in the game. But yeah, my heart rate was going through the roof right there. Catch my breath. Yeah, that's what I said. Catch your breath. Relax, settle down. It's hard though. Those hard seconds, it's like you have to be on your A game, so I had to hit it. Felt so good. I hit that splatter tomorrow as well, which was pretty cool, so I knew it wasn't in my head. Sometimes you get an obstacle in your head, which there's one coming up here later on that was in my head. So tomorrow, the main event day, I said to heck with it. I did the chicken line. And sometimes there's an obstacle that just I haven't figured it out or something, just in my head, and it's not hard. It's just I screw it up every time. When that comes up, you'll see, and I'll tell you about that. Got this single track through the twisties here. Kind of fun. It's just a braking train. Almost dumped the bike there. Keep your guard up, Georgie. Those little mistakes get so costly. Every little bike dumper, you got to pick the bike up. You just stop your momentum. It stops your mojo. And then you got to start up again. Little ledge right there, up and over. I was doing so good on getting over these little ledges, little step ups. You know, they're about a foot, sometimes 2 feet. Got this rock downhill. Nice little break here. I just kind of let the bike roll. I'll pull in the clutch and just let her coast. Not going too fast. You got to pick your time. You know, the hard sections are pretty hard, and you got to save your energy when you can. Get up here. Caleb stopped in front of me. I'm thinking, what's stopping him? But a couple of these ledges, pretty steep off camber here. I should have went to the right. If I was over about 5 feet over to the right, just would have bounced on down there. That was a better line. Let her roll down. Let her drop down. Real chunky through here. You're thinking these rocks are gonna roll on you, but actually you just keep your momentum, don't stop, and the bike just goes right on through. Sometimes a mental game. You think the bike is gonna react one way and it actually doesn't. If you just went, you would have been good. Get through the rocky creek here. Starting to get my breath back, get my pace back to where it should be. Need to speed up here. That soft tire setup really smooths out a lot of these little rocky bumps here. You don't feel it. The bike feels kind of smooth. I get stuck behind Caleb here. See, sometimes you get stuck behind someone going slow, and I use it as a rest break when I shouldn't. I should just be after, get the pass around them. Come on, Georgia, get the pass on them. Just twist that throttle a little bit more. What are you waiting for? Yeah, I'm so conservative still with my passing them. I'm still not that aggressive. Here's my chance, wide. Get the pass on him. Got Zach coming up behind me though. He's a fast rider too. He gets a pass on me to the right, and then there's a hill climb coming up, and he just doesn't wait and everything. He just goes straight on up. There he is. He lives out by me too, so we exchange our numbers, and we're gonna hit up some rides together. It's gonna be pretty fun. So there's this hill climb. He doesn't even look at it. He goes straight up. I'm like, all right. Do what he did. Made it clean all the way to the top. Let's go, Trixie. What can you do, girl? Get up here and right there, stop the momentum. My mistake. Got one little ledge to get on over there, so you can't stop the momentum. On the hill climb, you just gotta keep going. Even if it gets a little rough and bumpy, you just gotta keep going steady on the throttle. Because momentum is king on the hill climbs. You keep that momentum going, and those little ledges, you'll get up and over them. If you stop like I did, then you get stuck. But anyways, got up and over. Once again, due to my awesome tire setup, I'm telling you. JX8 would have been really good out here. I had one in the trailer, but I wanted to run this tough one again. Just my second time running it. I ran it at Grinding Stone. I think I worked out great for Grinding Stone, and it worked out good here. It's a real good tire. A JX8 would have been awesome as well. You know, Cody and Brandon Petrie, they got second and third in the pros, and they both had JX8s. So it's a good tire either way. I think the JX8 is cheaper too. The Blues is a pretty darn expensive tire, which they're all expensive now. So the days of cheap tires are gone. And if you do get a cheap tire, it's probably garbage now. So running a gummy tire for racing hard enduro is the way you gotta do it. It just is what it is. It's so much better. It's a game changer. Once you switch over to gummy, you're like, dang, the ride is so much more enjoyable. It's so much more fun. Now, trail riding, stuff like that, you don't need one. But for the race, definitely, I recommend it. You can do the hybrids like the V33S is a hybrid tire. It does really good too, but if you want 100% be best of your game, I suggest going full gummy for a race. I mean, they're race tires. They're not meant to last ride after ride after ride, even though they can get really worn down and they still grab a lot. Like, you'll be impressed. The knobs will be like half gone and it's still grabbing. All right, here's this obstacle that gave me some issue each time, and I probably had to go around it on the lap 2 tomorrow. I bypassed this, but I just was off my balance. And then I get over here, my rear tire's stuck on a ledge and my front tire's hitting that little tree root. I'm in a fight, having to push, rock back one more time, throw the weight forward. I dropped the clutch a little too late there, but get her up finally. That took some effort out of me. I don't have a lot of energy to give, but that did. Here comes CJ. He actually won my class, and he won it by a lot. He was a very fast rider. I don't know, I haven't met him before, and then he hits that hard right line. Now, I hit this tomorrow both times, but I had a bad angle right there, so I decided to come on, swing up high up here, and take this high line. Matt's caught me. He's down to my right now, but take this high line up to the left. But tomorrow, the main little chute up there, I do hit that both times tomorrow. It actually was pretty darn easy, but this wasn't hard either. I was doing pretty good. You know, as far as quality of riding, I think I had a really good ride. I mean, my energy level's down, and that's one thing, but my actual quality of riding, I think, was pretty. I almost lose my balance right here. I almost tipped right, caught her. That was a close one, folks, but I think my quality of my ride was actually pretty good. A lot of these step-up splatters and stuff like that, I was hitting. Now, some of the drop-offs, the send-offs I call them, I wasn't hitting them. I don't know why I was. Going up, not a problem. Going down, I was skittish, I think. I need to work on that. My downhill, I've said that in the King of the Motos, my downhill game is one of my weaknesses. I am skittish about going over the bars. I do go over the bars a couple times. Tomorrow, I can't remember if I do that. We'll see if I do that today. But these downhills, real steep. Matt gets on by me here. See, I'm too skittish. He just goes right on forward. And this is what I'm talking about. This is a weakness of mine because I'm losing time here. Everyone else just rolling on through, and I'm, you know, stopping and checking it out and coughing my way through it all. Even as I'm doing this voiceover right now, I've been blowing my nose and coughing up this thick yellow. I mean, it's almost brown yellow phlegm. It's just gross. I keep having to stop, do the, you know, and record again because I'm coughing. Hate being sick, y'all. It's like a waste of time. Being sick is just wasting time. I hate that. I got training, got riding to do. I don't want to be sick. Little ledge here. See this little ledge? I just too slow. Could just let it roll a lot faster. Need to work on that, Georgie. Uphill's doing fine. Like these little ledges here, get on up, no problem. It's the downhills need to work on. All right, y'all, look at my handlebars there. Between that, I got my iPhone bag. I'm testing out a new bag. It has this twist lock system on there, and I was seeing if it's gonna hold up. It's a plastic twist lock on it, and it's doing pretty good. I was pretty excited. The way it sets up is really slick, really quick, convenient to put the bag on there. Because before, my old bag system, I used 2 screws, 2 bolts with the lock nut in the back side, and that just kind of clamps it down on my Trixie mount, which is foolproof because I've used that on Hare and Hounds and mini races, fast, slow, whatever. Flip the bike, tumble the bike, and the bag stays on, no issues at all. So this twist lock system, I was really excited because you don't need to screw it down with the bolts. And when you get a new bag, because the bags don't last forever, the screen gets scratched and stuff like that, dirty, zippers break, whatever. It's a quick change. You just twist it, back comes out, put a new bag on, twist it back on. It's a really slick system. So I'm testing this out today. I do have my iPhone in there, got my Apple sauces and my GoPro batteries that I always keep in my iPhone bag there on my Trixie mount. Got Jonathan up there taking a break. I don't know, you got ahead of me somehow. There was just good racing going on this weekend. You pass a whole bunch of guys and then they'd pass you back. It was a good battle. It just makes the race that much more fun. Like me and Matt were battling. Me and Dustin were battling. It seems like I'm battling everyone else. I don't know if everyone else is battling each other or they're all battling Georgia here. I gotta I got a target on my back actually, so when I first showed up to the race, I forgot to put on my deadlift belt. I always ride my deadlift belt, and I forgot to put it on. It's easy to see me with the deadlift belt on. I'm the only guy that wears one. It's a white one that stands out. Pick a bad line here. Should have just went straight up the gut, but went right for some dumb reason. You're a dummy, George. Anyways, here comes Dustin with the pass on my left. Behind Dustin is going to be Austin. Austin's a youth rider. Really cool to see these youth riders out here. These, to me, are the next pros, because even the pros weren't riding this stuff this young. So these guys that are starting this young in their career riding hard enduro, they're going to be monsters by the time they hit 20. They're going to be leading the pack. Just like Cole Clarkson here. He's only 16, and he at the top of the pack right now with the A's. So I think a year, 2 years from now, he's winning the A class. That's my prediction. Here's the checkpoint. Only one checkpoint for the Prologue today. It's just halfway through the ride, basically. Probably a little bit further than halfway. Got a big hill climb coming up here, so chunky run. It's not really a steep, long hill climb. It's just a steady chunk. Then right at the end, it's got some gnarliness going to it. A little bit of chaos. Probably the second major bottleneck area of the race. Now, I remember doing this 2 years ago, and I have an idea of where I want to go. I didn't walk this, but I already knew. Didn't want to go on the left. So everyone's staying on the left here. You stay high to the right. Carry the momentum is high to the right here. And then shoot across left right now. Cut across Matt right there. And then Matt, I think he gets in behind me and sees my little trick, what I'm doing. Look up to the right, top right. There's Rand up there. Mr. R Enduro. I'm telling you, I love his clutch system. I'm going to keep plugging it in every video. It's great. Anyways, got Charles right there. Going to jump behind him. Got Garrett off to my right there. And there's a line straight up. I almost think about doing that line right there, and maybe I could have. I think I should have just kept after it. Could have went straight up right there. And then there's a second line right here. I think I can get that one too, but I don't. What? I need to up my skill a little bit, because those separate little lines right there, you'd save a lot of time if you can get through this stuff quickly. Matt went down around, got ahead of me again. I'm telling the battling was intense. Garrett tries to get in too, but I'm going to say and get Trixie in here and box him out. He can't get through now. And then my hopes and dreams get shattered here. Watch my iPhone bag on my handlebars right here. It falls off. And then Garrett jumps his bike. Anyways, my bag, my twist lock system, I thought it was going to work out great, broke. The plastic little mount that's on the center of my handlebars right there, their little plastic tabs broke off. So I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and it has to be made out of aluminum. I love the quick, it was working great. I mean, look how long it lasted, and this is pretty rough terrain. I just chucked the bag up here. This is a course worker up here, and he grabs my bag. He tries to hand it back to me, and I asked him if he could just take it back to the check-in. He said no problem. So that was nice. Otherwise, I would have had to stop and figure out how to put that bag on me, because I don't have my big backpack. I have just my race pack on, so I don't have the extra room that my normal trail riding backpack has. But anyways, we'll go back to the drawing board, and we'll get a new one made up here. I was kind of depressed right now. I was like, dang it. I really wanted that to work out, because it's really slick. I showed Rand how it worked, and he was impressed. Anyways, Garrett gets around me. He took that was the easier line. I took the hard line, made it up though. Well done. I mean, I was riding good. I had, of course, my ups and downs just like everyone else, but I was really impressed with the way I rode today. Not my downhills. My downhills definitely sucked, but my uphills, my getting those step up ledges, stuff like that, I was doing pretty good. Get on through here, and I can start feeling the end coming. I know we went through that checkpoint. We still got a ways to go, but now I know I'm on the back half of today's ride, and so I'm going to start easing off the pace. Now that you kind of there's Dustin getting around me again. Dustin, another very good rider, very fast rider, and he's in my class too, so I got to be competitive about him. But I met him in Grinding Stone, him and his family there. He's got a little boy. Austin, who looks just like my boy Grant. I mean, they look like twins. I'm not joking. It's hard to tell them apart once they're playing together. But I was already picturing, as I think maybe parents or fathers do, of them riding dirt bikes, and they're going to be racing together one day. I'm carrying on that tradition that me and Dustin started here, racing each other. Anyways, but yeah, easing off the pace here. Now, no, I'm in a pretty good spot. You can't really pass, at this point in the ride, you're not going to be passing too many more people. I mean, unless you're just fresh off the bat, but you're not going to really pass a lot more people now. So now you're just pacing yourself. Don't have any mistakes. Keep the bike in one piece. We ain't pros here. Can't afford to fix anything on the bike. Knock on wood, something breaks right now. That'd be terrible. But, and then also just limiting your fatigue for tomorrow's race. Usually I'm so dead coming into the main event of every hard enduro. Like I go all out on the prologue, or it's an extremely long or hard prologue, and I'm just dead coming into the main event. And the main event race is just trying to survive the whole time. But, you know, felt pretty good. Easy pace now. Just need to cruise. I'll get past maybe a couple more times, but really, you're not changing positions too much at this point in the race. Just ride steady, ride clean, finish out the end of the prologue here. So fun. Moab's, I think Tristan talked about this too. It's not the hardest hard enduro, but it's one of the most fun. It has a lot more flow to it. It's just got a fun factor. And once again, I like how wide it is. There's just so many options of different lines to choose. Right here's that section where a few years ago, a guy went right, got stuck, and I came way over left. It's, you know, much easier like that right now. And Euro came up to me after the ride, and he had watched my ride from 2 years ago, and he pointed out that he remembered that, and he went left right there, and he thanked me. That's just kind of cool. I'm in people's heads too. Rich Larson's in my head, and I'm in other people's heads. I need to get a hardcore enduro bobblehead.
Let's go, Dustin.
Yeah, what are you doing, Dustin? You're gonna make me pass you again. You're trying to make me pass you. I know what you're doing, but yeah, the bobblehead. I said Rich needs to get a bobblehead so I can put on my handlebars, a little Rich Larson bobblehead. So as I'm riding, his little head's bobbling around, it always makes me think of what to do, what I need to be doing. I'm gonna do that, get a hardcore enduro little bobblehead and tell you where to ride. No, Rich needs to do that. He's sitting on a gold mine. He could be getting some merchandise going here. There's shirts and bobbleheads. He needs to be hitting that stuff. Yeah, bobbing and weaving through the trees right here. It's like, where's the course going? I do get lost up here. I don't know where it's coming up. I go left, and the course went right. It's the only time I kind of got off the course. It's like, where the heck is it going? Really chunky through there. Get up all these step ups right now. Catch up to Nicholas here. He's got the camouflage. It's the green camouflage. I got the like dark gray, white, off gray camouflage. I would like to do a camouflage jersey though. There's a lot of people wearing green jerseys.
Blow my nose so bad.
No, I gotta blow my nose so bad. It's just my whole nose just dripping snot and everything right now, and I keep blowing it, but I need a wipe. Sometimes blowing isn't enough. You gotta wipe, and I can't do that. Come on, Nicholas, let's go. You're holding up Trixie here. She wants to go. I just want to stay behind Dustin. That's all I really wanted to do. That's all right. I'll take a little rest break. It's all right. Like I said, I'm off the pace now. Now I'm just into get to the finish line without breaking the bike mode right now. If you get passed by one or two people, not that big a deal. You're all going to be probably starting on the same line anyways. Anyways, thank you, Nicholas. Let me pass you with your awesome camo green jersey. I'm gonna have to make my own. You know, I get my jerseys made through Canvas MX. I designed them all myself. Even had Blake from the Hard Enduro Burrows tell me that he liked my jersey look. I was like, yeah, I was gonna tell him, go to Canvas MX and make your own. But he was doing the back row Burrows start. He's doing that this year. It's kind of fun. So he starts last row, and he works through the crowd. So I was telling him he needs to have some kind of award or something if you beat the back row burrow. You know, yeah, I didn't get caught. Here's where I get lost. So the course went right, and I come left. I'm like, where the heck is it? I'm in these trees. Gotta cut back all the way right. Should've went right there. Anyways, I think I do the same thing tomorrow too. They need to. Was there an arrow? Let me go back and look right now. Yeah, there was no arrow. I just rewound the video. There was not an arrow. Should have had an arrow going right there. But anyways, told Blake, have a back row burrow, I don't know, what, a pin or something? If you beat the back row burrow, you get a little sticker. See, what I like the little helmet stickers like you got in college football. You know, to go to college game, they got all these little helmet stickers on their helmet. And I do that on mine. I have little rides and stuff like that, and I'll make a little sticker around like about an inch in diameter there, and put that on the helmet. I think that's cool. Blake, that's my idea. Beat the back row burrow, and you get a little sticker. All right, we're coming up to the sketchy downhill part. There's a couple sketchy downhill parts of this race this weekend, and here's one of them. You got a side hill across these big bouldery rocks here. Got Garrett there ahead of me, and ahead of him is Dustin. And you gotta weight the outside peg there. And it's sketchy. It drops off to the left here. And it's really big, chunky rock. You gotta time your foot placement, time where you're gonna put your tires so you don't get high centered, or when you stick out a foot, you can reach the ground. Right here's a hard left. The camera doesn't show this justice at all. It's really steep, hard left coming through here. Dustin walked down. I'm gonna try to stay on the bike. Now tomorrow, I think I go over the bars right here, but I'm able to get down clean right now. Keep the balance, let it roll. Once you get over the drop off, you just gotta let that bike roll down until it gets flat ground again. Here's another section here. Telling you, this is steep. Get your balance here, get the bike lined up, and then you just gotta let it roll, let it roll. Let it roll, there it is. Then you're on the brake, coming up to another ledge, let it roll down. Yeah, right. Keep your balance. That was sketchy. Tomorrow there's another section, which, oh my God. It was the worst one of the race for the amateurs. I don't know if the pros probably had something worse, but it was the worst one for the amateurs. And I dumped the bike, and Riley Bender, number 31, he comes up right behind me, and I'm just totally sideways on this super steep downhill. I'm like, I can't move. What do you want me to do, Riley? He's, I'll just stay there. And he gets right around me like a pro does, like he should. I look like a dumbass just laying on the side of the trail. All right, I know where we are now. We're getting really close to the finish, y'all. We gotta go down this little creek, hang a hard left, and we got a big climb up the side of the hill that really was giving a lot of people issues. It actually is not as hard as what people are making out to be. Now, I don't hit the first section that good, but tomorrow I hit it pretty darn clean on the second run, not the first run. Let's go, buddy. We're almost to the finish. Don't stop now. The finish is very close. We're just a couple minutes away from the finish line right now. Area BFE, that's actually where we're at. They call us the Moab Hard Enduro. Moab town itself is about 15 minutes up the road. Big drop down right there. Very cool going through that little slot in the creek right there. Get up this rock slab, and what you have, you got this little bluff, right? Up to the right there. Really steep. There's two routes. You go right, or you go left. Most people go left. Got Chase walking his bike down. He looped his bike. Gonna get his second go at it. Here I go. Up the line. There's got this little rock slab. Kicks your back tire right there off. It's really not hard, but it does kick you back in out. Tomorrow, I'm gonna hit it at a better angle, and I'm able to just ride right on up here. No problem at all. And then if you're looking to your right, you gotta get BFO Glory right there. Yeah, buddy. America. Get up here, and this is where people give you sex positions. He says, go to Pound Town. Pound Town, that's what I got out of it. 2 years ago, it was Blake. Blake telling me to straddle her like a horse. Anyway, get up through here. Actually do pretty good. They've added this little wood ramp here, and they've cut down some rock where this guy is standing. They've busted down some rock, added this little wood ramp, so it made it a lot easier. And then tomorrow, they're not even helping you, so you just get up on your own, but that's good. Now I know all the hard stuff's over. We got about a quarter mile to go, and then we're at the finish line. Got a little log section I know we got to go through. So they set up this little log matrix. It's not a like a arena cross matrix, but it is still a log matrix. And I've been practicing a lot of logs at home. Hitting them during a race is different than practicing at home. And like it's like hitting pivot turns. Hitting pivot turns on the side of a hill is much different than hitting a pivot turn on flat ground. Anyways, here's the logs. You'll see how I get through them. Got Kurt on the left right there. He rides for Project Enduro for Vets. Great organization. Helps promote veteran riders riding dirt bikes, riding hard enduro. I think that's what they're promoting. But getting through the logs pretty dang good. Well done, Georgie. Pat in the back for that one. Yeah, 2 years ago, I just totally screwed up all the logs, but redeemed myself. That was redemption right there. Get up the little metal archway through here, and then we're gonna drop down. And I'm out of race mode. They got Garrett right ahead of me though, and I just ease off the gas. Like I come up here, and I just start cruising. I'm like, what am I doing? The race ain't over. You got to race to the finish line. And then I could have cut left, right there. Cut left. Nah, I don't cut left right there. I gotta take advantage of that. And look at this. I ease off. What are you doing, George? Race ain't over. Anyways, this video is gonna be over though. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Prologue. I'm working on the main event. That'll come out pretty quick. So I got 7th in class. Felt pretty good. Anyways, till the next video comes out, get out, ride, and get some.
How'd you do? You tumbled on that last climb, huh?
Yeah, I came down the long way.
Oh no.
And then it got kicked to neutral, so it rolled the rest of the way.
Yeah, George. I've been doing.
Hey, that wasn't too bad.
That was fun trading places with you.
Good job, George.
Hey, that wasn't that bad.
No, not at all. Dude, look how freaking bent my parts are.
Oh, yeah, oh man.
Dude, it's so bad.
How'd you do that?
Just the first little obstacle, you went up. It was the first bottleneck.
Yeah.
You made it, and then I just burnt, and I just lost my bike in it.
Oh.